Right from the thought that I am going to win this day to something like I'm so useless, it's better I just take a nap. All these feelings, all these emotions, or rather, all these thoughts happen not during the day, but it happens just like within minutes. The change in the mood, the change in the thoughts just happen within minutes. And this kind of emotional roller coaster ride that we go through during the phases of the day is called the mood swings. The shift in your mood, the shift in your emotions, your thoughts is so unpredictable. It is so uncalled for, literally. But then we experience these mood swings, and let's just face the fact that mood swings are real. Sometimes we just blame it on hormones. We just say that maybe I had a little, a rough day, and so I could not control my emotions or my thoughts. We are very good at blaming on external situations, but I think it's very vital for us to take the responsibility and say that if it's my mind which is creating the mood swings in me, then it is my mind alone which can also control these mood swings. And that will give you the power to understand that mood swings can be controlled. Are you dealing with such kind of mood swings lately? And are you really looking for some wonderful solutions wherein you don't go through these mood swings and stop being sorry after going through these mood swings? Then do not go anywhere further and stick to this video, because this video did not just pop up randomly on your screen. I will ensure that you are going to take back something important and something easy that you can remember whenever you encounter such mood swings. Hi, I'm Vaishnavi, and my channel is Homemaking Motivation. And apart from showing you guys how to keep the house clean and organized, I also talk a lot about the mental health of us homemakers. And if you're new to this channel and you like such contents, then please do consider to subscribe to my channel. And if you're already a part of this community, then please welcome back. The contents and topics on my channel are very general, so it can be applied for each one of us and not just the homemakers. So yes, as the title suggests, I will be discussing the most easy and practical ways with which we can actually overcome the mood swings. So let's wait no further and get into the video. Now let's first understand what is a lifestyle. Lifestyle is primarily the way we structure our routine. It's the way we maintain our diet, our exercise, and also it is the manner in which we give priority to certain things in our day-to-day life. This in totality, it kind of designs our lifestyle. And maintaining a healthy lifestyle means being conscious about what you're eating, being conscious about how you exercise, how much you exercise. And apart from all this, that is the physical health aspect, it is also about what are you doing in order to maintain your mental health as well. So all these things, they sum up to make a lifestyle of a particular person. So always keep in mind that maintaining a healthy lifestyle may sound very cliche, it may sound very common and something that you might take it for granted usually, but then in my opinion, giving due importance to having a wonderful lifestyle or maintaining a healthy lifestyle is very important, because it directly influences the mental health of a person. Yes, we cannot deny that, because when I say mental health, it's more or less it has got to do with the thought process of a person. So when I say maintaining a healthy lifestyle, it means that I am conscious of what kind of routine I am designing for myself. And when I'm conscious about all the small details that goes into my day, then it only shows that I am aware of what is important, I am aware what I'm prioritizing, and this alone will design my lifestyle in a healthy way. And when I say maintaining a healthy lifestyle, it also means maintaining a healthy way of your thought process as well. So when we do all these things, when we do consciously all these things, it is only then that we are able to shape our thought process. We are able to have a control on our thought process, because we all know that it all generates from the thought, or the thought process that we have internally. The thoughts become emotions, feelings, and these feelings manifest in the form of our speech, actions, deeds. So basically it all generates from our thought process. So if we are conscious of our thought process by maintaining it in a healthy way, then obviously it is going to affect our emotions, feelings, and that is what we call mood. That is what we call a good mood or a bad mood, or the mood swings that we are talking about, wherein it is so unpredictable. We just don't know what we are going to react to a certain thing. So, if I maintain a very healthy lifestyle and I maintain a very healthy thought process, then I am conscious that I will not give in to my, all these mood swings and then later regret or cut a sorry figure in front of people for my behavior. So, I need to be conscious about all that I'm taking up during the day. That alone will design a healthy lifestyle. So, yes, the first and foremost thing is what I eat, that is the diet that I'm having during the day, and also what I exercise, how much I exercise, and the priority that I give for every task during the day will determine if it's a healthy lifestyle or not. So, how much time I take out for my self improvement, for my self talk, self affirmations, all these things play a very vital role in shaping my lifestyle. So, yes, I have to be very conscious about maintaining a healthy lifestyle, because it will influence my thought process, and my thought process indirectly or directly will cause mood swings or control them, on the contrary. So yes, always keep in mind that as much as possible, I'm not saying that maintaining a healthy lifestyle means being very harsh on yourself and doing things very like mechanically, like a robot, and like they say in Hindi, ghadi ki tick tick, like is time pe you have to do this on this time, like it's not like that. I'm not trying to say that be harsh on yourself in terms of disciplining yourself in a way that you stop enjoying life at times. It's not about that. It's more to do with the way you are using it wisely. All the time that you have in your hand, how wisely are you using it, and how consciously are you benefiting yourself during the time of the when you're designing your routine or whatever it is. How wisely are you maintaining everything and trying to achieve that kind of wonderful mindful routine which shapes your lifestyle. So keep in mind, always maintain a very healthy lifestyle, because it will influence your mood in the long run. Okay, I'm sure we all have come across this, term that manage your stress. There are so many workshops that are running even right now with this title, manage your stress, manage your stress. But have you ever given it a thought that, although we go through all these stuff, we read it online, we also see some videos, some workshops we attend, which tells us to manage the stress. Do you really think it has really benefited us in any way? Personally speaking, no. Managing stress is something like, I feel like, oh, okay, I have accepted that stress is a part of my life, and all the option that is there for me right now is to just manage it. So I feel now let us just raise our bar and try and achieve something more than this. Rather than managing stress, let us try and eliminate the stress. How about that? Yes. So when you think about mood swings and when you think about the reactions that you have during the day and the unexpected mood swings that you have, so that is when you have to be conscious that this is a byproduct of my stress. And never think that stress is natural. Stress is not natural. Stress is usually, we say that, okay, fine, if a baby is crying and we do not attend to that baby, and we just say, okay, baby just cries, so what? Let it keep crying. Baby's job is only for crying. Crying is natural. Will you ever do that? I'm sure you will not. As a mother, at least, you will obviously go running and just try and comfort that crying baby, and you will soothe that baby down. You will come up with solutions. You make faces, you do anything, but you want to make sure that the baby stops crying. So, likewise, stress is kind of a crying aspect in our mental health. We are literally crying. So, obviously, you're not going to manage that crying thing that's happening internally, which is called stress. You will obviously try your best to eliminate it. Just make it stop crying. That's it, basically. So, yes, never think that stress is natural in your life. Always treat it as something very unnatural, very abnormal, and never justify your actions saying that, oh, I reacted because I was stressed out. Oh, I told you this because I was stressed out. No, that is no justification. That is not a fair justification to yourself. Forget about others. To yourself, it's not a good justification, because you are basically telling that your mental health needs attention, but you're not giving the attention. It's like the baby is crying in the room, but you're not attending to the baby. So always keep in mind that stress is not natural. Managing is, I think, managing stress is something like you have just given up that stress is going to stay in my life. So, yes, why settle for that? And as I said, let's raise the bar and, set some higher goals for ourselves. And rather than managing the stress, let us try and eliminate. And of course, yes, for eliminating stress, there are few mental tools that you can practically use, which are very easy to practice. If you do it consciously, it is very easy. So the three mental tools you can call, which you can use, is like, the first one is you're taking a pause on a mental level. During the day, you're taking a pause. Basically, you're just stopping by and just knocking at the door of your mind and just asking, hello, are you fine? Are you thinking properly? Literally, you're taking a pause and you're asking yourself, how was your thought process? So taking a pause of a minute during the 24 hours of the day, or 12 hours of the day, I'm sorry, is no big deal. You can take that 1 minute pause, and you can ask the status of your mind, literally the status of your thought process. So yes, taking a pause on a mental level can eliminate stress, because you're keeping a constant check. You're not allowing your thoughts to just go haywire and then create stress. You're basically regulating any negative pattern, growing inside your mind. So yeah, taking a pause on a mental level is very, very important. The second mental tool can be practicing mindfulness. When I say mindfulness is basically doing things consciously. So when you practice more of this during your day, it will only ensure that you do not mess up with the tasks. You will not mess up with your own thoughts, and you will be at peace with yourself. And as long as you're mindful, as long as you're conscious, you know exactly what is needed, and you will render that. You will do that in order to ensure peacefulness in your life, and that will eliminate stress. So yes, practice mindfulness. And the last mental tool is practicing the mental silence. Practicing, or rather, let me put it like this: practicing silence on a mental level is also very important. That is, for some moments, it is a good way, or it is a good idea to not have thoughts at all. I know it is kind of ridiculous when I say stop having thoughts, because the moment we say something, obviously our mind will try and work opposite to what we are instructing it. So in a recent video, I just saw that Sadhguru was saying that when I say stop thinking about monkey, the first thing the mind will do is just start thinking about all sorts of monkeys. So mind is like that, you cannot help it. When you say don't do it, it will do it 100 times more than what it does usually. So never try to regulate your thoughts or stop your thoughts, but yes, it is a very good idea to practice silence for a while, because it's like, so many thoughts are just going on and on and on, and maybe it is about the past, maybe it is about the future, it can be anything, any kind of thoughts that's going on. So when we give that kind of silence, I'm not saying like just sit for meditation for hours and just don't think at all. It's not possible. It's really not possible. I have tried it. It doesn't happen. The thoughts keep coming. And yeah, it is good. The thoughts should keep coming. You should never regulate it. But all I'm saying is that practicing a little bit of silence every now and then is beneficial. You cannot practice that silence for too long. I know that. But practicing the silence for few maybe minutes, for few moments, like, and just being silent with yourself, it will take you to another level of understanding. So that also helps in eliminating stress. You can try it out. So with these kind of mental tools, always aim at eliminating stress, because the stress alone adds up to the mood swings. It makes us think very foolishly, and it makes us do actions which we will regret later, like maybe yelling at somebody, or not reacting in a very good way to a particular situation. So it is all stress related. So our aim should be at eliminating the root cause itself and eliminating the stress. So yes, that is the second point you need to keep in your mind, just in order to have that control over the mood swings. So try it, eliminate stress. Okay, this third point may seem a little weird. It sounds weird, like tracking of moods. What exactly is that? So, yeah, it is a weird concept. For me personally, it was a very weird concept initially, but as I'm doing it, as I'm practicing it, I am reaping the benefits of this technique. And when I say tracking moods, it's basically you need to maintain a kind of mood journals wherein you jot down all your moods. It is so important you acknowledge what you're going through, because unless you accept something, you cannot work on it. As long as you keep denying something, you will never work on it. The more you accept things, the more you realize, yes, this is the problem. This is the problem that I need to, actually take up and solve it. So when I say maintaining a mood journal, it's basically jotting down your moods. Like, maybe you experience something and you're not very happy about it. You know for sure it is not a pleasant emotion. All you need to do is just sit down calmly and jot it down. Jot down all the moods, jot down all the thoughts that are attached to that kind of mood. Why am I reacting this way? What did that person tell me? What is the situation teaching me? Write it down, analyze it, break it down in your journal, and this is called tracking your moods. Basically, tracking your thoughts, if I have to be a little precise. So, you are checking your thought process, and you are checking the mood that is the outcome of those thought processes. So yes, tracking of mood is, believe me, a very very useful tool that we can practice. And yes, it is beneficial in trying to control the mood swings. So yes, you can try this. And as I said, it sounds weird, why should I sit and journal my moods? But believe me, it helps. In the long run, it helps, because it tries to make us realize that there is a problem which we need to address, and there is something that we need to, cope up with, and come up with a solution for that. So that will happen only when we analyze it. If you don't want to maintain something like journal or something, you can also do it internally. Mentally, you can just process things by, acknowledging that there is a mood swing, that there is something that I am not comfortable with. There is some emotion which is not pleasant, and it might, manifest into some mood swings, or it may result into some mood swings. So let me stop there. being conscious basically. And I feel personally, the more we write, the more we express, it's kind of a therapy. It's kind of a self counseling kind of a thing, like you understand so many things when you write it down, when you put it on the sheet of paper, and you analyze, you break down things. And it's so interesting to know that the more we indulge in such activities, the more we understand our thought process. And yes, it will certainly help us in controlling our mood swings. So yes, you can try this technique, and that is tracking your moods. It's very important that we relax. I'm not saying that there is a difference between being lethargic and relaxing yourself. Lethargy is when you take things for granted and you take things very casually and you don't put in your efforts. That is lethargy. So let's not go there. Let's not be lethargic. Let's not have an approach towards such things with something like being lethargic. When I say relaxation, it means relaxation in terms of our physical aspect and mental aspect, both. Because we are not machines, we cannot run like, as we are programmed or something. No, we cannot run like a machine. We are human beings and we have our own limitations. And along with limitations, we also have some superpowers, literally, wherein we have the choice to decide what we want, which is not there in the machine. So we need to understand one thing, and that is relaxation is to be done both in terms of physical and mental aspect. And there are very beautiful relaxation tools that we can call, which help us in regulating our mood swings. The first and foremost being the meditation. Now, when I say meditation, if you know some guided meditation, then it is the best. Do not, miss the opportunity of starting your day with such kind of meditation, guided meditation, which you call sadhana. So, if you know that, then it's like a boon, it's a blessing. But if you're someone like me who has not invested so much time in understanding what's a guided meditation, but yet is interested in the concept of meditation, then let me tell you what I do. Is meditation for me is it's a medium, it's a way in which I have the opportunity, I have the privilege to connect to my inner self. So all I need to do is sit down calmly, relax myself, and try to tap into that inner self, which will in every way help me in resolving my thoughts, help me resolving my emotions. So yes, meditation is the number one technique that we can use for relaxation. It basically gives us the gateway, to explore our inner self and try and understand in a very clear way, in a much better way, what is going on, within me internally, which I can analyze and I can resolve if something has gone wrong in my thought process or in my emotions. So that is first one. Now the second one is gift yourself with the privilege of your own solitude. Yes, this is so important. During the day, at least some moments of solitude is so vital and so much needed, because as long as you're gathered by people around you, you will not get that golden opportunity of self talks or self affirmations. And constantly you get absorbed by their energy, you get influenced by their talks, their thoughts, their energy. And basically you will, if you don't invest the kind of time with yourself, then you will go with the flow. And if at all that person is not in a good mood, you will get influenced. It's a very natural thing. As long as you have that kind of self control and you are conscious, obviously you will not get so very absorbed by the other person's emotions. But it's anyway better that you always exercise this kind of solitude. I'm not saying like spend too much time in solitude, but yes, some considerable amount of time during the day. It's like a gift. Just gift yourself with the privilege of being in that kind of solitude, because that is when you can explore your inner self. That is when you can have your self talks and self affirmations. Now the third tool for relaxation, in my opinion, is music. Yes, music really heals your mind. It helps you relax your mind. Most of the times, like if we are stressed or something and we are not acknowledging that we are overworking or we are exhausted, and that amounts in the kind of stress. But music is something where you can literally sit and absorb the purity of the music. So yes, music is also a tool for relaxation. You can either listen to music, or you can learn some new musical instrument, you can play musical instruments. So yes, music, never underestimate the power of music. It literally soothes down your thought process. It can really bring that element of peacefulness in your life, because you get engrossed in the rhythm, the melody, and you become very inquisitive, like how does this musical instrument actually, how does it work? Or maybe you will have the enthusiasm to learn a new musical instrument, which is again a kind of diversion which relaxes your mind. And all these things, let us not underestimate, they really control our mood swings, they really control our thought process. So yes, try and engage yourself in something so pleasant, like engaging yourself in some kind of music, learning new instruments, or just simply sitting and listening to music. That really creates a shift in your mood and brings in a lot of positivity. Now, the last practical way of dealing with mood swings, in my opinion, is seeking support. And when I say seek support, I mean to say, try and be with people who can understand you, who have this kind of empathy for you, who know your struggles, who will not devalue you, who will not bring you down, who will not tear down your confidence. Always be with such people who want the best in you. Because okay, fine, you have started your mood journaling, you're tracking your mood, you are having your self talks, you are eliminating stress in all the possible ways. But then when you're voicing your emotions, when you're voicing your inner feelings in front of someone whom you trust, someone who will not take advantage of your vulnerability, such people, you have to be with such people. So basically, when you do that, when you express your deepest feelings in front of them, believe me, it works like a therapy. It literally works like a healing, what you can say, a healing technique, which you're not aware of and which is just right in front of you. Just all you need to do is just confine in that person, just tell what you're going through, just tell that person, yes, I am experiencing this. And when you voice your emotions, when you voice your inner feelings in the most bold way, in the most bold manner, assertive way, without showing your mood swings to that person, obviously, you're just basically expressing that, yes, I am going through this. So, you will get the kind of support from that person. But yes, again, I'm repeating, you cannot just do it with random people. And there are people whom you feel you can trust, but end of the day, they'll just listen to your vulnerability. They'll try to be as if, oh yeah, I do understand your feelings, yes, I do understand. And then when the time comes, they will take advantage and try to put you down, tear your confidence, and try and use your own vulnerability against you and destroy your self-esteem. So do not fall prey to such people. always be mindful, always be wise enough to understand who is really having the kind of empathy for you, who is really thinking good for you, who can offer you the best advice possible. Always, it is your gut instinct also. You will understand which person is good for me and which person is meaning bad for me. So always follow your gut instinct and try and voice your feelings. Don't keep it inside you. Don't bottle up your emotions. Sometimes it is very bad. As long as you bottle up your emotions, you don't come up, you don't express it, it will always build stress in you. Some people say that no, you should not be very expressive, don't wear your heart on your sleeves and all those things. They say that, but to an extent that might be a correct thing, but all the time bottling up your emotions, all the time keeping things within you will build a stress. So either you can voice out your opinion in front of someone who is like, always thinks good for you, who's a well wisher, who has that empathy for you. That is one good thing. So always seek support, or if you cannot do that, then always you can do the tracking of your moods through your mood journals also. But basically, all I'm trying to say is, do not bottle up your emotions. Be expressive, be assertive enough to acknowledge that yes, I am going through this, and there is no harm in seeking support from the person whom you trust. So the more you will voice out your opinion, the more you will express, the feelings that you have, you're sure to get some positive support, and that in turn will regulate your mood swings. To conclude, remember one thing, that never treat mood swings as something that's normal, or this person has mood swings, it is normal, this person has mood swings, so do I, so it is very normal for me. Please do not get into such ideas. Always treat mood swings as something very abnormal, something very unwanted in life. And when you treat mood swings like that, it's only then that you become serious about eliminating it from your life. Because as I said, if it is our mind that can create mood swings, it is the mind alone which can control the mood swings. So get the power back in your hands, and just don't sit there and blame your hormones, or just don't sit there and blame the situation or the person who created that trigger that led to your mood swings. No, take the responsibility on yourself and own up the consequences of such mood swings, and tell yourself that no, I am not going to cut a sorry figure the next time I have mood swings. So treat it as if it is not wanted in your life, and as if it is not at all natural, and something that you should not be okay with. It's only then that you'll be able to literally battle and get rid of these mood swings in life. I hope you liked today's video, and if you have liked, then hit that like button please, and also share your feedback in the comments below. I would highly appreciate all your comments, and obviously I will reply. And that's all for today's video, and take care of yourself, always be happy, and always be positive, and let's meet in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Thanks for watching the video.